Hello children, welcome to e-learning class. This side Shiveen sir and I am going to explain you the very first chapter of your English literature book, Kabuliwala. It is one of the finest stories written by Rabindranath Tagore. Kabuliwala is one of the best stories of Rabindranath Tagore. The main characters of the story are Minnie's mother, the novelist, who is the narrator of the story, and who is Minnie's father, and the Kabuliwala. In this story, the narrator is trying to complete his new novel while his daughter Minnie is continuously disturbing him with her questions. The story centers around the Kabuliwala, a hawker from Kabul. The Kabuliwala has a great affection for Minnie, who reminds him of his own daughter. Through this story, the author presents before us the unconditional love of a father for his daughter, the love that surpasses all boundaries. The narrator's daughter Minnie is very talkative. Minnie's mother did not like her talking too much. However, Minnie's father, the narrator himself, considered it unnatural to stop her from talking and asking questions. The conversation between the narrator and Minnie was always full of life and energy. One morning, when the narrator was busy in writing his new novel, she came and disturbed him with her questions. For instance, she said that Ramdayal, the doorkeeper, didn't know anything, as he was not able to pronounce the word crow properly. Without waiting for the answers, she would ask other questions. The narrator continued writing his novel, and Minnie got busy in playing. Suddenly, she shouted, "A Kabuliwala, a Kabuliwala." The man whom she called the Kabuliwala was an Afghan vendor who carried a big bag and boxes of grapes. When the Kabuliwala looked at Minnie, she got scared and ran to her mother, as she had this childish fear that he had kept 2 to 3 children inside the big bag. The narrator bought a few items and talked to him on various topics. He also called Minnie so that he might be able to remove her false fear. Minnie came and stood near the narrator's chair. She had still suspicion for the Kabuliwala and his bag, and that is why when the Kabuliwala offered her nuts and raisins, she refused to take. After some days, in the morning, the narrator was surprised to see Minnie talking with the Kabuliwala without any fear. And instead, she was enjoying his company. The Kabuliwala was listening to her patiently and without being irritated from her questions. The narrator gave him an 8 anna coin for the almonds and raisins he had given to Minnie, and requested him not to give her anything. Minnie's mother was very angry with Minnie for accepting almonds and raisins from the Kabuliwala. But by now, a good friendship had developed between Minnie and the Kabuliwala. They would often share jokes. When Minnie asked him what he had kept in his bag, he would reply, "Elephant," giving the word a nasal emphasis. Seeing his huge appearance, Minnie would start laughing. Now, it was Kabuliwala's turn to make fun. He would ask her when she was going to her father-in-law's house. Minnie had not heard this word before, and so she became a bit confused, but she readily asked him if he himself was going there. The term father-in-law's house was considered jail also among the Kabuliwala and people of his class. At Minnie's question, he said that he would hit his father-in-law, and both of them would burst into laughter. On the other hand, Minnie's mother would keep on warning her to be careful about him. Rahman, the Kabuliwala, used to go to his country, Afghanistan, once every year. But before leaving for his country, he would collect his debts. In spite of being busy in collecting his debts, he somehow managed to meet Minnie. One day, Rahman was arrested as he had hurt a neighbor with a knife. The narrator came to know that the neighbor had refused to have bought a Rampuri shawl from Rahman earlier and was not ready to pay the money now. Seeing the Kabliwala handcuffed and being taken away by the two policemen, Minnie asked him if he was going to his father in law's house. The Kabliwala happily admitted to it. The Kabliwala was charged with attempt to murder and was sentenced to some years' imprisonment. With the passage of time, the Kabliwala was forgotten, and Minnie's marriage day had approached. Since early morning, the narrator's heart was pounding at each beat of Shehnai, as time of separation from Minnie was very close. Having been released from jail, the Kabliwala came to see Minnie. He had brought a few almonds, raisins, and grapes. The narrator did not allow him at first to meet Minnie, as that night only Minnie was to be married and everyone was very busy. The narrator was going to pay him for the fruits that he had brought, but the Kabliwala said that Minnie was like his own daughter and that's why he had brought the fruits for her. Then the Kabliwala unfolded a piece of paper on the narrator's table. It had the impression of a little ink smeared hand. It was the impression of his little daughter's hand. Whenever he came to Calcutta, he kept this piece of paper with him. Seeing this, the narrator's eyes were filled with tears. He could understand the feeling of a father who was separated from his daughter. Minnie was called. She was in her bridal dress. But the Kabliwala was expecting her to be the same little girl who would come running to him. The Kabliwala asked her if she was going to her father in law's house. Now, as Minnie knew the meaning of it, she blushed with shame. When Minnie went inside, Rahman suddenly thought of his own little daughter who must have grown up like Minnie, and he would not be able to recognize her. He longed to meet his own daughter. The narrator gave a banknote to the Kabliwala so that he might be able to go back to his own country and meet his daughter. After making this charity, the narrator had to make some adjustments. He had to cut off expenses on decoration of lights and military band. Because of this, the ladies of the family were very sad. But for the narrator, the marriage ceremony seemed brighter as he had helped a father to meet his only daughter. Well, children, this is all about the story, and I hope that you must have understood a lot. But for better understanding, I suggest you to read the story by yourselves. Thank you.